Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to Play It Painted Live. Time for another live stream. Let's find out what tonight has in store for us. Once again, I am just getting us ready for the show. Going to be playing around with the camera a little bit, so be aware of that. Other than that, here we go. I may throw out a live chat, a link later for live chat. If anyone chooses to hop on, and if they want to hop on for a bit. Okay, so anyway, I keep playing with the actual perspective here. I keep playing with the actual, we'll just say the camera angle for you guys, and it's because I have a new tripod, and I'm trying to get the most out of the stream, trying to get the most out of what you guys are seeing, so that these are trying to improve the quality of the stream and the quality of the detail work that we do here on the show. Hey, what's up, Cameron? Thanks for tuning in. And we'll get into what I'll be working on in a minute. But I want to get you caught up. Let's go ahead and get caught up on stuff that I've been working on since our last stream. So I do realize our last stream kind of went way off topic, but that's fine. It's kind of that's bound to happen when we have people hopping on, especially people like Jake and Cameron. Guys, we just want to basically shoot the shit for a little bit while we paint. Okay, so I think we kind of saw this last time, but I'd been working on the Malifaux stuff, so I think you'll remember Cassandra here. She's looking great. Really happy with that, and with ye old Colette. So there's Colette. Oh my gosh, I've always have so much fun painting these miniatures. Love them to pieces. They're super fun. But let me show you guys what I have since added to the crew. My Malifaux collection is growing. It's a little scary. I feel like doing a series of articles called Will the Show Go On? Kind of the show must go on type Colette thing. Here is, now look at this beauty. I think I was working on her last time. This is the limited performer. And I know I criticize the plastics a lot, but this is one plastic model I will not criticize because she's gorgeous. Just a great sculpt, super fun. Kind of sad that you don't just get her standard. You have to get the limited one. Although I can't wait to paint the ones that are in the new plastic set, because I do feel like the performers look better. Also, this here, whoa. If I can get her to, let's see if I can actually get something to, there we go. There we go. Get a little bit of focus here on this one. This is Johanna. Okay, so they had Johan in the original game. I was a big Johan fan. He was just this big swole dude that had this crazy hammer. He did crazy damage, and I loved him. I loved running him with Colette because the two had synergies that most people weren't paying attention to. For one, he not only cost his base cost, unlike most mercenaries when you hire them, they used to cost one soulstone additional. They still do actually in the current rules. But in 1.5, Johan, he could be hired by MNSU masters at his base cost. In addition, he had, I forget, either him or Colette had a rule. I think Colette had the rule where she was MNSU. She could hire MNSU characters for one soulstone less than they would pay. Net result was Johan was a 5-point model in 1.5 that was crazy good with her. She could bring him around the board. She could get him to flurry. She could he would benefit from her presence, being an MNSU member. They had synergy that most people did not play off of, and I love to play off it because no one saw that coming. Like no one I guess bothered to look at Colette, because in 1.5 it was like, oh, Corvi Duet, and Cassandra, and that's what people ran, Corvi Duet and Cassandra. Well, I still love Cassandra, but I did not run the Corvi Duet after a while. I kind of felt they were a crutch, so I ran a what I considered to be like an MNSU Colette list. So I ran Johan, I ran Union Miners, and this is one of the old metal Union Miners. I call him Tony Atlas after the pro wrestler. And this is almost exactly how I had him painted when I last owned this model. Still a lot of sheen on this guy. I don't know. I think might have been having an issue with the wash. I'm definitely having an issue with focus, but yeah. So there's him, and I was working on the other 2 Union Miners. So I was working on this guy. I'm just gonna call him Fat Walter because he's awesome. He has the, he's got the plumber crack. If I can get it to focus again with the focus. But yeah, he had the awesome plumber crack. Hey, how about that male fan service on the miniatures? I know. Settle down, guys. But so you had Fat Walter, who I'm working on, and then you had his buddy, Arnie, because he's got the cigar. Get to the chopper. So yeah. This is my bad Schwarzenegger impersonation, but yeah, Arnie, who is awesome. Yeah, because I picked up the old Union Miners because I looked at the new Union Miners and they look terrible. I'm just gonna tell you, they look awful. They all look the same. They have the same face. They're boring. You don't have a plumber crack on one of them. You don't have a fat dude, and you don't have a big Tony Atlas guy. They're all kind of boring people. But anyways, so that's what I've been working on thus far. But tonight, I picked up a commission, and I wanted to show you guys, and we want to do a little bit of prep. So we're not going to be painting tonight. We're just going to be actually prepping some models. And what we're prepping tonight is we're going to be prepping some Alien versus Predator by Protos Games, and they are super, super cool. And this is just me going through the boxes right now. We're going to try to work on them a little bit, and we'll just see how it goes. Okay. So let me show you guys what we've got. So the client bought a bunch of this stuff. He bought a bunch of Alien versus Predator. There's a Predalien. Like the detail on these is insane, off the charts. You got the smaller baby aliens, but even I think these are resin miniatures, or they're like a really hard restic. I think they're more resin than plastic, if there's any plastic in these. But the detail, even on the Peon models, is amazing. Okay, so let's do a rough count here. 2 Predaliens. So I want to work on the aliens all at the same time because they're all roughly the same scheme, and they're kind of like the horde. I'll pan up a little bit so you guys can see. I'm loving the new camera's pretty nifty, man. You can see all other, the new tripod's letting us see all other areas of my painting desk here. So let's see. He said there are 38 miniatures that he gave me for commission. So it's going to be a big commission, but I haven't looked at everything. I honestly think the aliens will be the fastest and probably the best looking part of the commission. Okay, so you get these, I think those are like the elite guards. These are like the normal size aliens. you know, like the worker aliens. So I got 5 of those worker aliens. 5 worker aliens, 5, we'll call them brood guard or elite guard, and then 2 prid aliens, okay? Let's open up another one. Let's see. So I think he got 2 of these. You love the xenomorphs? Excuse me, sir. A what? A xeno what? Yeah. All right. And here comes some more regular aliens. I'll tell you what's scaring me is the fact that he glued these to the bases. That's probably the most concerning thing right now. Because if I want to base these, and I do, I'm worried about breaking them and trying to remove them from their bases. I guess I can try one and see how it goes. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to paint them, you know, as is, which would be super disappointing to me. Okay, standing aliens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have, I count 11 here. All right, so 5, 10, 12, 15, 18, 20, 23 aliens so far. Some of these tails are a little flimsy too. Miniature quality is really nice though. I mean, he wasn't kidding. He was telling me, oh yeah, these are some of the most beautiful sculpts he thinks he's ever seen. And they definitely, yeah, these are definitely super, super high quality sculpts. All right, so far 23, let's keep going. Here's a big ol' alien crusher. I don't know what base that's going to go on. It doesn't come with a base, but I would think this is going to go on like a, you know, a 70, maybe even an 80 mil base. Crusher, alien warriors. What's in this other alien crusher? So I'm at 24 aliens right now. Just counting. If you're just tuning into the show, welcome to Play It Painted Live. Let us know what you're painting, what you should be painting. Oh, tonight we are sizing up a big commission. There's a second alien crusher, those gigantic humongoid guys. What I'll probably do with those is I probably will not put them on bases right now. I'll wait till actually after they're painted. Crusher has a 40 millimeter plastic base. There is no shot in hell that this thing fits on a 40 mil base. There is no way. There's a 0.0% chance that is on a 40 mil base. I'm not questioning you, Tori. I'm just saying that just can't be right. Soda Pop, I don't know. I don't trust them. Okay. And then, so we have 24 aliens. And let's see how many. So then we have these Weyland-Yutani. I'm just going to put them up here. Weyland-Yutani guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Weyland-Yutani. And 3 of these Predators. Predators come on 40 mil bases. See, that's a 40 mil base, and there's no, I mean, that alien crusher just eclipses that entire base. So either that, or maybe I'm calling out the wrong name of the alien. I'm just telling you what box it came in. All right, so So there's 8 in there, 24 here, that's 32, which means there should be 6 more miniatures in here. But I do want to base the smaller aliens, and I think I'm allowed to. I think I can. All right, there's only supposed to be 6 miniatures in here. 1, 2, 3. Looks like these are the Colonial Marines, so you get a squad of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Colonial Marines. You get 1. Oh, that's scary. Yeah, 5 Colonial Marines. You get 1 loader, which is cool. And then you get 2 of these like artillery guns. Okay, so not counting the artillery guns, it's 38 pieces. Ugh. And looks like the canopy popped off on the loader. That's a little scary. Okay, I'm gonna have to deal with that when we get to it. All right, anyways, 24 aliens that, that I'm gonna have to get off of their bases. So for now, let's put the crushers back. And then I'm going to try to get one off its base. And if it works, great. If it doesn't work, I don't know. If you guys have any suggestions on how I might remove these from their bases, let me know. Otherwise, I don't know. I could put gravel on their bases, but I think that's almost criminal to do that to these really, really nice miniatures. I don't think we want to do that. I will do it. Like I'm gonna have to use super, super fine gravel to do it, because one of the things I hate about sand bases is like when you have to base a model that's already been attached to the round base or the square base or whatever, the problem becomes the fact that the foot looks like it's sinking in, and to me it looks awful. Like that's my hang up. Like it looks terrible. I don't want to, and I don't want to deal with that. I don't know. He didn't tell me. I can actually ask him on the crushers. I know on the smaller worker aliens though, I know for a fact I can put those on 30 mil bases, and nobody should flip out. All right. So now I'm going to try. Here, you have to wish me luck here, but I am going to try to pop one of these dudes loose from their base. And that means I'm going to have to take this guy, for example. He's going to be my victim. And I'm going to try to wedge or I can just try to wiggle him free. Like I got one foot loose. The other one's really on there. Wow. Let's see. Ooh, got it. There you go. You saw him fly, right? Flew right off. And I did not cut myself. So, hey, we're calling that a win. I only have to do that like 20 more times. Okay, so that's what we're doing tonight. I'm going to, for the hell of it, shoot a link over and see see if we can get our sort of de facto co-host on here. Log in or sign up. How am I not logged in? I am logged in. I am logged in, sir. Someone send me a thing. Okay, up to you. Okay, that's what he said. Let's see, and let's ask him a question. Can I put the small aliens on 30mm bases? See what he says. Okay, let's see what he says. Anyway, let's get back to our feed. Okay, and I'm just gonna line the top of my laptop, which you can see here. I'm just gonna line the top of the laptop with aliens that I have liberated from their bases. All right. Nice quote of the Footloose theme song there. Kenny Loggins would be very proud, Tori. Very, very proud of your ability to recall the Footloose theme. Okay, look at that. 2 down. We are still rocking and rolling, people. Once you get one foot off, the other one, I spoke too soon. Wow, this one's really on there. Let's see what we got. Woo! I'm like halfway. Oh, there it goes. You just jam the hobby knife down in there until it pops loose. Look at this guy. Let's get that guy free in a minute. Hold on. Let me get these warriors off. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. These are, I can get that to work. It's just kind of a pain. But yeah, I'm thinking this will be a lot better once we put some proper, get these on some proper basing. It can only look cooler, right? The other reason why I absolutely hate painting miniatures that are just on empty bases. It's like a big, even like when I paint stuff like One Piece, like Zombicide, I still have to put something down to kind of break up. Ooh, wow. This can get really dangerous. Just to break up the pattern of just a flat piece of plastic. So even in that case, I would still put it on something. Okay, that guy he came off easy. So some of these are coming off easy. But yeah, it's a little scary. Like that guy, this guy's already off 1 foot. And you just kind of grip the other foot tightly and you wiggle until it comes off. Here's another one. Then we're going to make a big ol', ooh, he had a problem getting that one on. Looks like the toe came off. Doing this with the Marines, woo, that might get scary. But I'm not even going to think about that right now. Right now, priority is to get the aliens all based up and painted. Because once the aliens are done, like it's all, there's actually more painting involved in painting the Weyland-Yutani guys and the Colonial Marines. But I don't know. No, actually, yeah, there is more. There actually is a lot more to painting those than these. These are all about getting that effect right, getting that glistening effect right, and getting the creepiness of the alien down. Woo! All right, I'm gonna further secure this camera to the desk here by trying to get the tripod to stabilize. So I'm working, like, I'm kind of lifting the legs so that they provide resistance against the desk, so it doesn't pop off. Seems to be on there pretty good right now. All right. Okay. So, so you guys saw some of the Malifaux stuff I'm working on. Kind of excited about that. And back to painting it. I've always enjoyed painting Malifaux stuff. And there's just a lot about it that's real reminiscent of stuff, but it's also good to kind of take a break and work on some other cool shit like this. Oh,
Hey, buddy.
hey, what's up, man?
Not much. How you doing?
Doing all right, I think.
That looks cool.
I'm trying not to break this shit. That's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, it's pretty rad. So this is Alien versus Predator.
Nice.
But the guy glued his guys on, and I want to base these, so I want to get them off the base.
Is that a commission or is that yours?
Yeah, no, it's a commission.
Oh, cool.
Oh shit, this one is pissing me off. What are you up to? There we go. 1 foot off. What are you up to?
I was just hanging out. I was reading a little bit and I'm playing some video games.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Dang, that game looks cool.
It is really cool looking. I don't know anything about the actual game.
Oh, you haven't gotten to try it?
No. But this guy was like, hey man, once we paint all these, we'll play. I'm like, okay, I'm down.
That's
so
cool. Is he at CQ?
Yeah.
Nice.
And I have a lot of time to work on this commission because he's going overseas for a little bit.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But I got all excited and I'm like, oh, I want to get started because aliens.
Yeah, man. So it's got predators in it too?
Yeah, the predators look pretty sweet. I was showing some of this stuff off earlier.
Oh, that rocks.
Ugh. Come on.
I'll have to go back and check that out.
They had a Kickstarter for this that I was half tempted to jump in on, but it was just at that time where it's like I had so much invested in other games, which is like the case now all the damn time. Something's on Kickstarter now. It's like, no, I got too many other games and things that I'm in. So try to the Kickstarters that still get me are like things for terrain and accessories, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I still need that. but I don't. Need is a strong word. This guy. Come on. Ah.
Damn.
Ah, gotcha.
Oh, nice. Is his foot intact?
Yeah, he's still alive.
Well,
he's still alive. How do I get out of this chicken shit outfit? You watch that shit, Hudson. No, you secure that shit, Hudson. That's what Apone would say. God, I love that movie. That was the best movie. I think all the important lessons in life can be learned from aliens.
Are there Marines in that game too?
Yep.
Oh,
They're
cool.
colonial Marines. There, he just finally leapt off. I made him
Pretty awesome.
give up. Yeah, they're colonial Marines. They're the weird, like, Weyland-Yutani guys, which look kind of stupid, honestly. They're like the dumbest looking pieces, but they're going to take the longest to paint.
Oh, yeah.
Like, these are the aliens are the coolest, and the predators are the coolest looking pieces. They're probably paint up the fastest.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, those will paint up super fast. Are you going to do them like the movies? They're just going to be like a slick black.
Yeah.
Cool.
But they're all going to be like oh my God, this guy's really on here. Jeebus. They're going to be like a series of like inks and glazes to get the effect. You know what I mean? So they'll have that like glistening.
Yeah, that'll look cool.
They'll be black, but they'll have greens and blue tones to them.
Nice.
You know, and it's actually a pretty easy thing to do. I want to record painting these so that, you know, so that we kind of know, like, here's the easy, the quick way to paint these.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good idea.
As long as I don't screw it up. like I think I know how I'm gonna paint these, but I could screw up. It could be a bad day.
Nah, they'll look cool.
But yeah. What else is going on? I was showing off some of the Malefax stuff that I've been painting.
Cool. Did you put it on eBay, or
I have. Well, no, right now I don't currently have Malifaux Crew on eBay because I'm waiting for. I have a Rasputina box that's supposed to come in. Oh, what was that? Sorry. Wait, that's the client. What does he want? Oh, yeah. No worries, I got some. He forgot to buy bases.
Oh.
But I'm a good guy like that, so I'm like, I got you, man.
Look at that, full service.
I got you. Yeah, I was writing an FAQ thing on my website, like how do commissions work, which is kind of dumb that I'm doing it now because I'm considering I've been doing this for like 2 or 3 years now.
Mm.
People on eBay, people on eBay, they'll buy a team or something, and then they'll go, "Hey, I want another team. Like, how do I do this?" So I have to like walk them through how I do commissions and stuff.
That's cool. It's probably smart.
What the hell? This Tori Ling is doing this entire quote from Aliens. Fry half a city with this puppy. We got tactical smart missiles, phased plasma pulse rifles, RPGs. We got sonic electronic ball breakers. We got nukes. Yeah, I don't remember all of that.
That's a good memory, Tori.
All I remember is, "Hey Vasquez, anyone ever mistake you for a man?" "No. Have you?" And I know I messed up that quote because it was, "Hey Vasquez, have you ever been mistaken for a man?" But whatever. See, this is the kind of bullshit we just do.
That's right.
But yeah, this is actually a good feed for you to hop on because there will be no actual painting. This is just going to be popping shit off bases and then stamping bases.
Cool.
Which is what we will.
What are you stamping them with?
I have these Happy Seppuku rubber base stamps. Oh, cool. And so this is the one I want to use. This is like a random industrial plate, which should work out perfectly for Aliens.
Nice. Looks like
So
they're on like a cargo ship or something. That's cool.
yeah, so that's the idea. And if I fuck up painting that, well, or if even well, here's the other thing. If I even like screw up the stamping, I can make it look like acid damage.
There you
Huh?
go.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Got it all figured out.
It's pretty slick.
Yeah, I'm gonna bullshit my way through half of this, and then no, these will look awesome though. So this is the Predalien.
Oh, cool.
They're pretty sweet looking, but even the Predalien, it's like 2 colors.
Yeah.
It's like you paint the body like an alien, and then you just kind of do the skull part from a predator. Okie doke. So there's that. I should probably base. No, this is enough for one night. Let's. So then you got to deal with this bullshit right here. And you've got slotted bases. That's bad for your base stamp. So one of the things I use is this plastic putty, and you just sort of fill the hole with cream. She said. You just do that, and then you let it dry.
How long does that stuff take to dry?
This stuff usually takes about an hour or so, or at least it actually does. I think it takes a lot longer to fully cure, but you can start stamping like in an hour.
Yeah,
and I'll see if I actually have one of these ready to go. Because this is son of a. I'm out of. Ah!
Oh no. It's all dried out.
No, I'm almost out. That one's almost out. I have a bunch of these on my desk because I always run out. Stupid slot of bases. Oh my God, that one is also. That's why part of the reason why I went to CQ tonight.
Oh no.
Was to get, third tube. It could happen. People think I'm crazy. Like I always go and like buy the same like 4 things at CQ, and I'm like, well, this is why, dude.
There we go. That one's
I gotta do like. I gotta make my millions like Tom Vu.
You can make millions.
Or make millions like me. There are 2 kind of people in this world.
I forgot about that. That's the greatest video ever.
Tong Vu is my idol, dude. It's amazing.
Dang. That's how you live your life.
The 2 kind of people in this world. Yeah. Let's see. So I have some pre-done ones, but it looks like wood plank. Oh, I could use that one for one of the small aliens. I can use that one. Where are the? So I got like 2 done. 1, 2. No, dude. Why do I have so many wood plank? It's all wood plank. The whole son of a. Oh wait. Okay. So I need to just find one more industrial. Aha! So I have enough for the small aliens.
Is that what you do all your minis on now?
Well, yeah, especially commission stuff.
Nice.
It's nice because I have 5 different ones, so I pretty much can do a generic one for whatever genre.
Oh, cool.
And it's all part of my handy dandy low prices. Damn. Shit. I do not have a 40. What? That is some bullshit. Yeah, I'm going to have to stamp a separate 40. Or I'll have to wait for that one to dry. That blows. Oh, man. And then for the big dudes. Oh, this is bullshit GW one. I bought the wrong son of a bitch. Well, actually, I use that for D&D commissions. D&D commissions are my favorite commissions.
Oh yeah, because you just get to paint a bunch of like
Because
all kinds of stuff.
yeah, you get to just paint people's characters, and the DMs will pay like top dollar for that shit.
Whoa.
Because it's like, no, man, Herona the Druid is supposed to have bright white hair, and you have to get it, and as long as you do that, then they're super happy.
That's funny.
I had a guy, he was a doctor actually, that I painted his D&D minis, and he would send me character notes that I needed to know in order to paint the guys. Like, think of him as like a sinister, it's like, what?
That's that's what he sounded like.
No,
That's unfortunate.
no, he was no,
Where was he? Was he local or was he?
he was out of LA.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, and he was a really good guy. So he bought a bunch of Free Blades minis, which, by the way, are absolutely awesome for D&D
Oh, nice.
and for
Yeah,
Frostgrave.
they had cool minis.
Yeah, they had, like, good for those games. And but yeah, I probably did like $300 or $400 worth of stuff for him, and
Whoa.
and he had notes for everything. He's like every main character. But what I like about the D&D guys is like they understand, like, they're gonna pay more for their main characters because it's all custom. Like, it has to be the hair color, eye color, skin color of whatever the player decided.
Right.
Otherwise, it's worthless. And then it's like, but I want you to paint, 12 orcs with this, and I don't really care what those look like because they're just orcs.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
Let's see. I use that putty for lava effect. Wood plank for your fish. Yeah, that plastic putty is amazing shit. Like, it's way better than liquid green stuff or a lot of the other stuff that's out there. All right. Let's make some putty. Some putty. Oh, shit.
Oh, nice. I'm excited to see this. This looks pretty cool.
Where the hell are my gloves? Yeah. But yeah, I really need to game. I got the bug, man. I got the fever. I got the fever, dude. We used to talk about Blood Bowl fever.
Oh yeah.
I got the fever, dude.
Yeah, man. I still get the Blood Bowl fever.
I get the Blood Bowl fever too, but the only thing that's like holding me off that is the fact that, like, my team, my frogs, are not yet recognized. So I'm like, okay, I can wait. Like, that one I can wait. No glove,
I hear you. They
but
they've been like hinting at that. So
I got the Guild Ball fever. I got that.
Yeah, you do. You got that bad.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
hey,
a good
but
game,
yeah. So there's a guy selling Brewers for like $120, which is almost the entire roster, and that's actually like, it's an okay deal because it's retail. It's like close to the retail cost, or maybe a little bit cheaper than retail. But they're base painted. So I was like, well, I know you wanted to paint your own. The only thing I would say is if you wanted to, you could probably just reprime them and paint them if you really got desperate. If not, no biggie. Anyways, people use Milliput, which is awesome. A friend of mine turned me onto this stuff, Epoxy Sculpt, which is amazing. You can get this shit on Amazon. It comes in 2 parts, just like any other putty. But you can buy a pound of it for like $11. So it's stupidly cheaper than green stuff. Yeah. And it's also even a little cheaper than Milliput. The only drawback to this that I've seen is it's not quite as strong as some of the Milliput stuff. Like, this is Milliput Terracotta, which you should never use for miniatures. It's kind of like way overbuilt for miniatures, but I got desperate back when I did that. And then this is standard Milliput. Okay. So they mold the same way, but anyways, Epoxy Sculpt is awesome. So it's just like, you just get this stuff and you scoop it out.
That's so cheap.
How many bases do I have here? Oh, 2 dozen. That's right. I forgot that I totally counted before the show. or when we're starting. So probably I'll just make a batch and see how many we do out of that much. That might even be, that should be enough. So you take that, that's like a heaping teaspoon, I guess we'll call it. And I'm all budget, so I just use 2 sides of the same stick. You don't want to use the same side because obviously it'll combine and form Voltron.
Cool.
All right. Or Votran for the Vietnamese viewers.
What?
I don't know why. It just reminds me of this guy in high school. His name was Votran. I think it was Tran Vo, but on the attendance sheet it reads Votran. So we would always do like the Voltron theme for him, like da 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 da, and I'll form the head. And he was Votran. Anyway,
That's really good.
That's what we do. All right, so we're gonna mix this stuff up. Man. Yeah, I went to CQ tonight. A couple guys were playing Saga, which was cool.
No way.
Gareth and Jeff, they're playing Saga.
That's pretty cool.
And Gareth was like, "Hey man, have you ever heard of the Franks faction?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, that's like my faction. I love the Franks." And he's like, "How the hell do you play that faction? I have no idea. Like, what do they do?" And I'm like, "Okay, well, the main thing you have to know for Franks is you roll your dice, put it on the board, and then end your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what they do. Like you're not. You should be doing at most like 2 things during your turn, and then the rest of it you just sit there and wait for your opponent to do shit."
I don't think I ever got to play against your friends.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
It's awesome. So yeah, your turn is their turn. That's the motto for Franks. It's like when you go, I'm going. They're the most Infinity ARO type.
It's always
army. It's always your turn.
It's always your turn.
Except when it's your turn. Because when it's your turn, you just roll your dice and then you just put it on the board.
You're done. And then you just take your opponent's turn.
They're the most hilarious army though, because it's like, oh, okay, I advance this troop forward. Okay, I charge you. Oh shit. I'm gonna move these guys. No, we shoot at you. I charge your guys. No, we'll shoot at you first. Like that's all they do. Is they just wait for you to do something and then they do something. Hey, what's up, Dan Brown? Yeah, I go gloves with these because even though I found this stuff is actually a little cleaner than green stuff, and maybe a little less chalky than Milliput. But gloves are good. Gloves make life worth living here. All right.
That's pretty cool. That famous novelist Dan Brown watches your show.
Dan Brown, yeah. He's all that angels and demons, dude.
Wow.
He knows.
That's pretty. That's some pretty fancy stuff right there.
He got Tom Hanks to be in his movies. It's a big deal. Oh, what brand is it? It is Epoxy Sculpt. So, like I was saying, I think you can get this on Amazon for like, I want to say it's like $11 a pound, or at least it was when I bought it. And I was like, oh, $11 for a pound. Oh my God.
That's so cheap.
Yeah, it's super cheap.
Considering it's like $15 for a tube of green stuff.
Yeah. So you're going to take these and you're going to do something about the size of a kernel of corn, right? About that size. Then you're going to take that and then you're just going to put that on the base, kind of try to make it as round as possible. But about the size of a piece of corns should be good enough. Okay, and we're gonna let that sit for a minute. I'll show you what the other thing I've been trying to do with it, not to very good effect, still needs some work, is I keep losing my guild balls. so I got some
Oh, you're trying to mold them?
some Instamold, and I made a guild ball mold, but it's not working as well as it could be. Actually, that doesn't look too bad. Maybe I just screwed up when I was filling it.
It's so hard to get the setting right.
Yeah, especially like a 3D object like that.
Mm-hmm.
So for 4 pounds, it's $32.48. Okay, so that's yeah. Okay, so that actually, so if you bought 4 pounds, that's cheaper than $11 a pound.
Wow.
Thanks, Tori.
12 pounds.
Tori's got the fast Amazon foo. He taught me something important today too, because he was like, "Oh, I'll just get some Malifaux stuff on Amazon," and I was like, "Wait, what?" Because I was dumb and didn't realize you could get, plastic Malifaux stuff on Amazon. So on Amazon, it's it looks like most of the pricing is 15 to 20% cheaper plus Prime.
Whoa.
Which Prime gives me that. Prime gives me a little bit of a chub, and anytime I see something with Prime, you know how that goes.
Because the guy's waiting outside.
Yeah, the guy just waits in my bush. He knows what's up.
He just has a sack of things you might like.
Mm-hmm.
Based on their algorithms, and they're spying on you.
So yeah, so if like, oh yes,
immediately. Glorious.
He hears me talking about it right now. He's getting that shit ready.
Oh yeah, he's probably a viewer, so that he knows.
Yeah.
Doing his market research.
Because I have a Raspy crew coming in that I got on eBay, but that's not going to get here till next week. And I'm like, dude, it takes me 2 nights to paint a Malifaux crew. Like, I would have had 3 crews done by now, the time that I ordered it.
See, time is money.
Time is money, dude. That's my saying, right? I tell people that all the time. I taught my wife that, like, dude, time is money. She's like, yeah, we could do fine china. And I'm like, yeah, now then you're gonna have to sit there and wash all the damn dishes. Time is money. Like, put that shit on some plastic plates or something. Get it done. But okay. So we're just gonna, yeah, this is really good. The one thing it does say, and I don't know why it says it dries to a semi-gloss finish. And that's not true. Either that or I'm not mixing the ratios correctly. Like, because this stuff dries flat. That was my one. I was terrified of that when I saw it on the description. I was like, oh, wait a minute.
But it's lies.
It's actually really, really good.
I mean, you would just paint over it anyway.
That's true. The only issue I have with the semi-gloss is, yeah, never mind. You could just paint over it. Just worried about something sticking to it. Just bought a shitload of Shattered Sword for pennies on eBay. I know, for sure. You can, and you're currently painting No. No has some of the best Restic stuff for RK. I had a full No faction, and then I've had 2 No factions, and I auctioned one off and I gave the other one away because I don't think ahead. That's cool. Yeah, this is a 50-50 ratio, and it works out fine. If you look at the new resin Shattered Sword stuff, it is awesome. It is really, really cool looking. Like this guy I showed you guys last week or whatever. This guy, oh, like they got some cool shit now.
That is cool.
And then obviously the Castellan. I don't think you've seen that, Jake, have you?
No, I haven't.
The big giant mech thing that everybody loves.
No.
That thing is awesome as hell. Love that. I have it here in my room. And I stuck a I stuck like an anime girl on the shoulders.
Cool.
So I can use it for a night or whatever. But yeah. Also I picked up a Guild Ball player tonight too. So I'm pretty stoked on that. I picked up Harry the Hat.
Nice.
Who's this? He's like this like Gangs of New York guy. Well, a lot of the Union guys look like they're straight out of Gangs of New York. Like
Okay,
that's
yeah.
the reference.
Mhm.
And Harry the Hat, the fluff behind him is like Harry the Hat has been different people over the years of Guild Ball, but the one thing they have in common is they pass that hat around, and he's supposed to be like a legendary badass at the game, and so this is the current Harry the Hat. The issue with Harry the Hat though is last season he was widely, based on his in-game rules, he was considered the worst player in Guild Ball. So you used to be able to find Harry the Hat like in any store that sold Guild Ball. Like no matter what, nobody would buy Harry the Hat. The only guy who bought and fielded Harry the Hat with any sort of confidence is Phil. Because Phil's like that. Phil don't give a shit. He's like, yeah, the guy has a giant hat. I'm fielding him.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
But this season,
is he like Johan?
no, he's like Bishop. There you go.
Oh, Bishop. That's what I mean. Bishop.
Yeah, he's like the Bishop of season 1, season 2, Guild Ball. But season 3, they made some changes to Harry the Hat, and they made changes to the Union captain, Blackheart. They made a lot of changes to Blackheart. And they made just enough changes to Harry to where he is like a badass if you put those two guys on the same team. Because
cool.
basically Harry has Inspiring Hat. That's like his rule. That before used to give people +1 tack, which was cool, but now he allows you to do teamwork actions without spending momentum, which is freaking amazing. Because if you pair that with Blackheart, who can get teammates to pass outside of their activation, you can do you're basically doing passes and teamwork actions for free. If you operate within a certain circle. So my idea for a Union team is Blackheart, and then I'd run Harry the Hat and Avarice and Greed, which is basically the Master Blaster thing that you saw.
Okay, cool.
And that's the idea there. Lol bastard. The big bastard Ardent is awesome. I don't know what that means. The big bastard Ardent. I don't know what that means.
I mean, is that a Guild Ball thing?
No, there's nobody named Ardent. There's a lot of just bastards that play Guild Ball. Huh. Yeah, dude. But the fields were pretty hard. I was at CQ, right, picking this up, and I'm like looking on the shelves because I'm like, oh, okay, well I should see what they actually have here for Malifaux if I wanted to pick up a crew. And I was looking at looking at the old stuff. Made me a little sad. It's like, oh, they still have Marcus here. They had Alt Marcus there, and I almost bought him because
amateurs Marcus.
They do have.
Oh.
They do have amateurs Marcus there.
Dang, is that still a thing?
Oh my God, no.
No.
So yeah, what they did with avatars is they couldn't figure out how to balance them, which is bullshit. They couldn't figure out how to balance the avatars, so what they did was they made emissaries. So they said you could field your avatar as a proxy for your emissary. And the emissary is basically, see, this is what I don't understand. The emissary is, I think it's like slightly different depending on what master you attach it to. So it is like an avatar, but it's like you just stick it on a 50 mil base and that's what you get. I don't know. I think they just kind of genericized it.
But it's still something that your master turns into over the course of the game.
No, it's own like separate deal.
Oh.
I don't know. The models for it look pretty cool.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, if like I would still want to run, like for example, I would probably use Simulacrum 29 or something.
Okay.
I still want to field that because that's badass.
Mm-hmm. And Amateur's Lazy J.
And oh, the Shattered Sword Big Bastard. Oh, okay, that's what so you were talking about the Castellan, which is the Shattered Sword Big Bastard. That makes sense. Amateur's Lazy J.
Amateur's Lazy J.
And Bernitas. Bernitas is the one that still gets me.
Oh, the best was that he would try so hard to get Amateur's Lazy J out the whole game. And then it completely changed her play style to a style that he didn't like playing.
Yeah, she was like a support
right
avatar.
And then he thought that if he went Amateur's Lazy J that he won.
Yeah, because like she would lose her great sword, and like also all her damage was gone, and all her like auto wreck your face shit was gone. Mm-hmm. And then it just became Amateurs.
And Bernitas.
Bernitas.
Oh my god.
These guys don't even know what the hell we're talking about. No, so I don't know. Yeah. We're talking about the son of Rubio.
Yep, the founder we're just of Rubio's.
We're just going to leave it at that. The son of Rubio.
Yeah, we played Malifaux with the founder of Rubio's, the son of Rubio. And he had an interesting philosophy of life and dialect, yeah.
He had his own dialect. It's not like he didn't have an accent at all. So it's not like it's not like a foreign accent. It's not like English. It's not like anything like that. He really just had a totally unique way of speaking.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess it was like, I mean, in a way you could say it was kind of like Pootie Tang, like it was kind of like jive, but it was a little closer to actual like English words.
Yeah.
Like you could, so it was, in a sense, like once you got it, it was easier to understand what he was talking about. It might take you a couple tries, but you'd get it. Like, oh, Bernitas. Oh, yeah, that's what that means. That's what it means when you
talked to everyone.
To the point where I think everyone in Southern California playing Malifaux was calling it Bernitas.
Mm. And we were like calling it Bernitas on forums and stuff, and people were getting upset.
Amateurs Bernitas.
We were like, yeah, so Amateur's Lazy J, she's got problems. We can't.
You can't heal all guiled.
Right.
Hold on one sec. I gotta close the door because I'm gonna wake the kids up one sec. Yeah, Amateurs Lazy J.
Heal all guiled.
Heal all guiled. All right, so these are done. Oh, what I should do, since I have way too much left. As you can see, I did 19 bases, and I still have that much left. And honestly, that's the importance of filling that stupid gap, because you lose so much product in the gap. I'm gonna fill my little mold and hope it comes out better than that last one I did.
Could you, if you stood the guild ball upright and then just push the mold down over it, then could you do it without making a 2-part mold?
Maybe. The only issue would be the width of the ball. I don't know. Good question. I don't know. I'm gonna try a different way. So I'm gonna fill that side, and then I'm gonna take the other side and just put enough to fill like a quarter of the ball, just to make sure that there's like no air in there, right? I mean, what you could do probably is just, you could glue the two halves together, but I don't know. Okay, and then I'm just gonna press these together. I put like way too much putty in there. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, if this doesn't work, I'll just pull them out and glue both halves together, because I bet you that'll work.
That probably would work. That'd be cool.
All right, so there's one. And then I did another mold. This one's a little trickier because I did try to make it one piece, but kind of like.
Oh, and then did you slice it in half?
Yeah. So I covered the whole thing and sliced it. Yeah, you always need more balls. I don't know what the hell happened to my other guild balls either. I had like 5 guild ball teams that I was keeping at one point, and I lost like every ball. It's like I think what happens is like I just forget to pick it up at the end of the game. Like, oh, good game, man, and then leave.
Oh.
Leave the store and then
leave them with a souvenir.
Yeah, and they're like,
you get to keep Octave's ball.
Yeah, and they're like, huh, he beat me, but I got his ball. Fuck that guy. Oh, okay. I don't think this one's gonna work at all, but it's the right shape, sort of. If it holds a little bit of detail, I'll be happy. I don't think it will, though. I think it's gonna look bad. I think that was a bad call. Yeah, I think that's a mistake. Whatever. Okay. So those will dry there. And I still have to, so I'm going to have to come up with some bullshit to stamp that with. But first, we got to do the industrial plate. So next thing you got to do is you got to get your stamp like so, and put a little water on it so that it pops off the mold. Just kind of do that sucker. And then we start the stamping. Oh, I messed that up. So then you just take that, press down, give it a couple seconds. They tell you to do this for a lot longer than I do it, but I'm lazy.
Yeah. Well, once it's
once
the imprints in there, it's not gonna.
Yeah. The only scary part is removing it and not screwing up the pattern.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But it's with this stuff, it's pretty foolproof. Like you'd have to be pretty bad to screw it up. My only gripe with this method is it's not perfectly round.
Mm-hmm.
Because the putty can shift to one side or whatever. But whatever. I think it does the job.
Yeah, once the mini's on it and it's all painted, you can't really tell.
I'm always losing balls, and Dan Brown says, check the wife's purse. That was a good one. Okay. I'm probably... You know what I'm going to have to do? I'll probably just pop the Marines off too then.
Oh, man.
And as long as I remember.
You want to see a Marine? Are they boring? Are they just standing with their knees locked?
No.
Oh, okay, good.
Holding a bolter.
Yeah.
For the Emperor. And you're like, what the fuck? What game are you? We must purge the heretic.
We all know that you secretly
Xenos.
have so many space marines.
Yeah, this stamp is from Happy Seppuku. The specimens. Oh shit! See, I almost borked that one up because it's starting to get a little dry. You got to keep it lubed up. Oh shit! That one. See, that one almost screwed up too.
Oh no! Get some more water on there, man. Or some petroleum jelly.
Whoa, that one. What the hell?
Oh, is that?
What is that?
A particle.
It got a dirty on it. What the hell is that? It's like a piece of plastic. Oh, damn. Yeah. Yeah, you can see like, okay. That's actually not bad. I'm leaving that in. Battle damage, damn it.
Mm-hmm.
That looked good. It looked good. And we'll do this. Whoop. Yeah, and then we'll get the specimens out. Oh, wow. I'm not doing a good job on these. All good, though. This is quality work here. Wow, that one has a piece of garbage in it, too.
Oh.
I think that's just crud that was on the table. Boop, boop, boop. But if you think about it, that these are quite a little step up from just plain old boring ass bases.
Oh, big time. Yeah, they look really good. It's
Okay.
simple.
Yep. All right, let's go get the other Marines out. I'm gonna have to take the gloves off for a second here because getting them loose is scary. The scariest thing is going to be the loader. That thing looks scary. All right. What? And I can't do. I think those other, those giant aliens need to be on like 60 mil bases or something.
Dang.
So, all right. So specimens.
Is that why you bought that the GW flying base?
Oh no, I bought those a while back. I was just hoping that they had something I could use in there. Predators. I love the guy with the smart gun. But this is, oh yeah, that is, I guess that's Drake with goggles on. Drake, we are leaving. Drake was like the super pasty dude that tried to be as macho as Vasquez, but was not as macho as Vasquez. He was like one of my favorite dudes. And Wiesbarski. Because he had no lines. He was just Wiesbarski. He just had the weird name. Oh shit. Oh, and Spunkmeyer. That's a great name. Move it, Spunkmeyer. We're rolling. That's a great name. Oh, don't break the toes. Okay. This guy's got the action. He's like setting his detonator thing.
Oh, that's cool.
On his, there we go. Waha. So we got plenty of putty left to do these. Boop, doop, doop. You're adding extra elements to your base from crap on the table. Yes. It's bonus.
That's how I've always based stuff.
It's bonus stuff that they get. But yeah, I used to use a lot of sand, cork. I was doing a lot of cork for Eldorado minis, because it was perfect for that, because you wanted everything looking like it was like standing over molten lava.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cork is good for that. Cork is nice to work with.
Yeah.
For basing.
Ha! I got you.
Mine were always cut up sprues and in the GW times.
The GW times?
Mm-hmm.
What specimens did you play?
Did
you play?
I played Spec Marines of the Chaos variety.
Oh, you played Chaos.
Yeah.
Which chapter of Chaos Specimens did you play?
I was Nurgle.
Ah.
And then I had then towards the end I had a pretty big Khorne army.
Oh,
that
nice.
was a lot of fun to play. It was just all berserkers pretty much.
So just put it on the table and watch it run forward?
Yeah. Watch it run forward and get shot to death. And then by the time they got there were like 3 dudes left in each squad.
Unless you were playing against Blood Angels. Then you could watch 2 armies run at each other.
The best part about that army was 3 Defilers.
Kitty litter, yeah, that's also really good. Brown Dave says, been waiting all episode for some sort of secreted resin joke, but so far nothing. It's like some sort of secreted resin. Could you please do the 2 crushers, brown and black? Sure. I need bases for them, I think. Dude. What? Oh, he's sending me like he's sending me the generic color schemes. Okay. Easy enough. I think, yeah, the Wayland Yutani guys are going to be the most irritating guys. Oh, this guy has the flamethrower.
Oh, cool.
Hey, what are you supposed to use, man? Harsh language? That was Frost, right?
Mm-hmm.
Frost.
We gotta ask Tori.
We remember all the aliens, guys. All right, so that's those guys. Clean is best, but used adds boulders.
What?
I don't know.
Is it Lazy J?
This guy's holding. He's not wise. He's like skipping with a flamethrower in his. This guy's super. So who were the flame? Oh, Hicks had a flamethrower in the first fight, right? Hicks and these are going to be annoying to get off these artillery. Let's do it. Some more pulse rifle guys. Dang, that guy. Wow. What the hell? Oh, sweet. This is the Hudson dude.
Oh, nice.
He's right, man. There's nothing back here. Yeah, the Marines are kind of dope. This guy actually should be Hicks. He should have the shotgun if he's going to be in that type of pose.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe no, actually, this guy, because he's got the rifle down there. And then you have actual Drake guy.
There you go.
And then you have the loader. But the canopy popped off the loader. That's terrifying.
Wow.
How does that even go? Have you put together any Arena Rex stuff, Jake?
No.
That's the most terrifying shit to put together.
Yeah, that looked
How the hell does this go? It's got to be like... it's probably... Oh, I see. It goes into these little holes. Right there. Wow, that sucks. Wow. Wow. Okay. That's just going back in the box. I'll worry about that a little bit. Drake and Vasquez ended up with the Flamers in the first fight. See, I knew this crowd knew. I knew they knew. Yeah, Drake was firing the smart gun, and then he had to switch because he ran out of ammo to the flamethrower. And then Vasquez shot an alien next to him, and then his face melted off, and then he put fire in the hole, in the ATV or whatever. I don't know why, but I know all of us here have committed that entire sequence to memory because it's pretty hilarious. Actually, if you remember, Crow had all the ammo in the pack, and so when he gets hit by what's her name, Dietrich, when she gets grabbed, she like, I think she knocks him over the stairwell, and he falls down with fire. He falls down, and the ammo, all the ammo has like flame next to it, and then the thing blows up, and that kills Wysparski, right? I'm trying to remember the entire sequence.
The whole sequence.
Because it was like the best sequence of events. I remember watching that movie. I was in the 5th grade, and we were watching that movie, and it was like real slow start. We're like, oh, cool. Then there's Marines, right? And then they finally get into action, and then the first stop that they make, like, there's nothing there, and you're like sad because 35 minutes of the movie has gone by, and like nothing happens. And then suddenly, like, one thing well, then they find Newt, and then they go to find all the personal trackers, and then that's when the shit goes down. And then it becomes a good movie.
Yeah.
All right, so there's that dude. Look at this. I'll show you what the top of my laptop looks like right now. There you go. It's like, rah!
Nice.
Oh, I love this new camera shit. It's awesome. You can do cool
there you
things.
go. That's a clear shot right there, right now. Oh no, I spoke
What?
too soon.
I know. The minute I start moving in front of the camera, oh yeah, looks like I will easily be able to. Okay, these things are on by like paper. Holy crap! Oh my god! Should I even mess with this? Yes, because I'm. Oh my god, that's not wise. I'm gonna cut my finger off.
Yeah, don't do that. We don't want to watch
There you
you
go.
die on the live
Watch me
stream.
bleed.
Yeah.
If you want to watch me bleed, watch me pin stuff.
Oh yeah.
That's where I actually use the drill bit more than this, but when I use this is when I really gouge myself. When I'm actually using a bit driver, I'm usually pretty safe. It's just that.
That's good.
They're coming out of the goddamn walls. It's book. Something tells me the way that you formatted the comment that it was cut and paste. The dialogue was cut and paste from IMDb or something. And no judgment if it is. Aw, man. See what happened?
Oh no.
A little square.
No.
I'll fix that once I get the square off. There we go. All right. I have to use the super hot tea. Another viewer recommendation for a product. Wait, is this? This isn't. No, see, it's like this is like Restic, so you can't use
Oh, okay.
you can't use plastic cement.
Damn.
Which blows. I love using plastic cement on stuff this tiny. All right, super hot stuff. That's what you want. It's actually super good for this, but it's going to get all over my hands. That's the problem. So I got to be super, super careful with it. But even then, it's going to get all over because it's like real runny. But this stuff works.
Nice.
And then if this doesn't...
I think I'm going to have to take off, dude.
You got to roll?
Yeah.
It's getting late. All good. Thanks for hopping on.
Oh, yeah, dude. Thanks for having me.
We didn't even say anything offensive.
No, we didn't even say anything bad. I was on my best behavior.
I don't have to go back and change the rating to mature or anything.
You don't even have to tag it as something other than gaming.
Yeah.
So no thumbs down this time.
No thumbs down. Whoever did that, yeah. Sorry we offended you, but then not sorry because we offend people. So
it was late night, Jeff.
Yeah, it's late night. Like that's what you get into when we're doing this.
That's right.
That's totally not going to fly, but we'll see if it works.
All right, man. Have a good night.
All right, good night. IMDb.com. Pinning night models. Oh yeah. If I have to pin night models, I will die and cry and other things. Okay, so there is a cheat for something like this with how bad. Like I don't want to pin that to the base. So we are going to cheat in a little bit. So I'm actually going to, so with these guns, I actually am going to attach them to the bases tonight before we log out. But anyway, yeah, I forget who recommended this, but whoever recommended hot stuff is awesome. You should be using that. It is better than regular CA glue. So yes, thank you. All right, so now let's go ahead and base or stamp the rest of these bases. Put the gloves back on. What I do like about this feed is that we have since done all aliens quotes, but we have done 0 predator quotes. There's a lot of good quotes for predator. You know, a lot of people are going to say, get to the chopper, you know, obviously. My favorite is when Schwarzenegger's talking to the tracker and he says, Billy, look at me. Billy, look at me. I don't know why. I don't know why. That totally has me. The jungle, it came alive and it took them. Aw, man. See, all my quotes are falling flat now. But anyway. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get all of them. Let's just try. Let's see how far we can get. Maybe. There's a lot. There seems to be a lot more than 38 pieces here. I think this guy or me have miscounted. It's got to be more than that. We'll just count the bases when I'm done stamping everything. And then bear in mind, I did add 5 bases for the small aliens, but in addition, they're the 2 giant aliens that we did not prepare bases for. Okay, so this is kind of important here too. When you're spreading out the putty, you want to at least have some semblance of a round edge. Like you don't want to have a hard triangular looking thing because that actually will show up and it'll look weird. So try to make it round. Doesn't have to be perfectly round, but all right. So we're going to go pea size on these, actually a little bit bigger. And then as this stuff starts to set up, the idea is we can stick some of these pieces right back on with just a little bit of glue. And you don't have to pin them if you do that because they'll set into the epoxy, into the base. And so when the epoxy dries and hardens, I mean that thing is really going to be stuck on there. Also, it's going to look more natural too when if you just press the Mini into the base as the base is setting. Because a lot of times, like, I'll pre-make them, and it's not as good. Pre-making the bases is not as good. So those 5 out there that I've pre-made for the little aliens are not quite going to be as stable as these other pieces that I'm making right now. There's no stopping what can't be stopped, no killing what can't be killed. It's cool. Actually, my favorite parts of Predator are the end, where there's no dialogue at all. And he only says one line. Everybody remembers that line too. "You one ugly motherfucker," right? And the Predator tries to say it back to him. Whatever that like alien attempt to say words. And then by far, Predator has the better soundtrack, which is really just the one song, but it's a good song. And I don't know, unless you're counting, unless you count like the old classic rock and roll that they're listening to. They're listening to like 50s rock and roll when they're in the chopper at the beginning. They're about to be deployed. Should also point out that movie featured 2 future government officials. So hey, 2 elected. Oh wait, did Bill Dukes ever win a public election? I don't remember. Bill Duke, sorry. I guess not. I would have voted for him. Bill Duke ran for anything, I'd vote for him. And Carl Weathers. Carl Weathers ran for anything, I'd vote for him. But obviously, Jesse Ventura was was he a senator or a governor? I think they were both governors, right? Schwarzenegger and Ventura were both governors. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. It's because I made the stupid guild balls, but I don't care. All good. And if I need to, I can always mix up just a little bit more of this stuff to make it. And then all the basing's done. Isn't that great? And then we can start. I mean, we can start assembly tonight. But yeah, this is going to be a fun one. I think, the Weyland-Yutani will be a little meh. Those pieces will be meh. The Colonial Space Marines will be okay. I'm not really good at painting traditional military style pieces. And the only thing that's probably going to save me there is the fact that the way these are sculpted is, you can pretty much just do like a basic paint job and be happy. Wow, this is a lot of pieces here. Looks like I'm probably going to be about maybe short about 8 bases, but like I said, we can quickly set that up. So Aliens kind of peaked on their second movie. Predator, I really think Predator 2 was not bad, but it just never escaped the shadow of the first movie. The first movie was so good that they really should have just either left it alone or maybe just tried to stay a little bit closer to the original plot. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to be short about 7 bases, so let's do those. No problem. We're going to do all these tonight. I guess in a sense the client did help me a little bit because it probably would have taken me much longer to assemble each and every last piece. The only thing, if he stopped just shy of putting them on the base, that would have been ideal. Okay. And last one. The other thing I'm considering doing for this is, oh no, it's not even, I don't think that's going to save me much time. If I took them outside and did spray primer, unless I had black spray primer, it's not really going to save me much time. The other problem with doing batch painting like that, batch priming like that, is you can't get, well, you can, it's just harder to get underneath the model. All right. So we're going to take a tiny little bit. You don't need much to do the rest of this. But the good news is, once this is done, we are done with the basing for the whole project. It's nice. We actually fairly productive evening here. All right. I'll mix that up. I might have a little too much epoxy. Let me add a little bit more. Of the part B. Okay. The other thing that I didn't point out earlier when you're using this stuff is, like most epoxies, this is an exothermic reaction. So when you're mixing them, you'll feel a little bit of warmth as they're mixed. It says to allow product to rest 5 minutes before handling. Man, I might not have mixed up enough again. Yeah. This looks like this is enough for 3 bases. I should probably make another batch. Okay. Let me put let's ration it out first and see exactly how many bases I'm going to get out of this much. Okay. I still don't think I can get 7 out of that. Let's try. Let's just see how much we can get out of. Oh, I have a little extra here. Oh, wait a minute. I might be able to do this especially if I pull a little bit off the molds, right? That'll help. I don't know. Still don't think so. I need to get 4 out of that. It's going to be tough. Let's just see. Taking bets. Will I make it? I'm going to do everything I can to make it. So I'm going to bet that I make it. I don't have anything to bet because I don't have anything of value really. So you'll just win points, I guess, on the channel. The channel needs its own point system. People can redeem points for stuff. I don't know what you'd get. I don't know. I'd say your name on a video or something. Or shave my head off, or shave my head, or something like that. I don't know. All right, man, this is gonna be super close. Super close. Okay. Got super dead quiet. Maybe everybody fell asleep at this point. It's okay. We're just going to finish the job. And then probably hit the hay right after. Oh, man. It's going to be so close. It's going to be so close. We'll see. Okay, is that 2 left and 2 like a P left on this? I don't know. This is usually smaller than I'm used to. Let's see if I can do it. You don't really need a thick layer on here anyway, but you do need enough to cover the entire inside of the base. And as you can see, these round bases, these round lip bases do so much better for a base stamp. Well, if you just use the regular flat, like those 40K bases, those like flat 25s, you could probably just cut the excess off as it's drying. That's a lot of work. Or Infinity, because I would use the same type of industrial plate for Infinity. That'd probably look okay for that. Obviously, I use it for Relic Knights, and it looks great for Relic Knights. Okay. So close. Okay, I actually did it. We made it. Look at that. Now we got to stamp it all. So let's stamp the rest of it. Again, this part goes pretty quick. So we set it up. Still painting. Still hanging in there. Yeah, but I'm even gonna reattach, hopefully, try to reattach as many of these as possible tonight to the bases. So the Predalians and the Predators go on these 40s. That's pretty much all I need to remember. The rest of them go on the 30 mil. And I'm not going to pin because I shouldn't need to if I press them into the bases a little bit. It's my hope anyway. I shouldn't need to. And see, this is going pretty quick now. I'm actually having a hard time picking up the bases because of the water and the gloves. Okay. Woo. That was a tough one. So you're painting no tonight? Oh man, that one did not look good. Hold on. That one probably was a little too thin and I pressed on it a little too hard. Like these, that one's super thin. So the super thin ones, you don't have to press on them too hard. Just get the pattern in and move along. Now there are some stamps that require you to have some build on the base so that you can actually get the pattern that you want. Like the forest floor one that I have, that one you want to kind of build up a little mound of putty so that it looks right. Wow, so, yeah, a couple of these don't look great. I'm gonna have to, like that one, I'm gonna have to just fix with the painting. Five more to go. Needs more water? No, it doesn't need more water. Just some of them I stretched, probably went a little thinner on the putty. Okay, good. That one turned out really nice. All right, so there's that. Okay, so now we can start to glue these down. So here's the one I had the problem with earlier, and I'm going to stick this one on one of these bases here. So the bases that I stamped earlier, they're actually in pretty good shape. You can kind of tap on them, and they're not going to get, like, you're not going to leave a fingerprint on them, but they're just pliable enough to where I could put a little bit of glue on this. Uh-oh, that one, I think that thing, whoa, stuff does run. I think put a little bit of glue on that. And just kind of press it in the base, and it'll dry that way. And in fact, I'm going to grab the ugliest bases and put the guns on them. That makes the most sense to me, since they're the least important pieces. Whoa. Wow. You can see that one just grabbed. So we're just going to throw that one on. And let's start putting these on the 40s. So if I do it this way, I should not need to pin these because they're actually gonna bond into the drying epoxy. Okay. Here's one of the older ones. This is the one exception where you might want to pin. What I'm gonna do actually is, I think it should be okay though. I mean, the super hot stuff works really, really well. And it's not like this is a metal piece. So, if it pops off, not the end of the world. Okay. And The Predallians are also the ones that are on 40s. So yeah, we're just gonna got a little bit of time. Let's just put them all back down. And I'm just applying just a little bit of pressure. You don't need much, just a little bit of pressure, and they'll stick on there. I cannot find the other. There's a Predallian. There's another Predallian. And then I'll glue the little regular aliens on the pre-made bases I have. But yeah, this is already, in my opinion, this is already a big improvement on what these things look like when they first got here. Shoot. I'm missing a predator. I'm missing a predator. Where is the predator? Friday is the 13th. That's right. This Friday is a 13th. Do you have triskaidekaphobia, as the term goes? Here we go. There's the last predator. And the last 40. And the rest of these are going on standard 30 mil. Man, yeah, the super hot stuff is awesome, but again, the fact that it's so thin is a little bit of a problem. All right, so there's that. Let's slide all these up, start gluing things to things. All right, so let's do this little marine guy here. This game does look really cool, just basing that on the minis. Let's do all these Space Marines. Here's Hip Shot guy. Oh, shoot. What about the loader? Didn't the loader go on a... Am I missing something? Right? There's two Predallians. Those went on... Oh, yeah. Sorry, I do have another 40 there. Jeez, I have a heart attack. I better put the loader on before I forget. Where is the loader? Man, did I put it back? I did. I did put it back. All right. Now you just like typing things in chat. Cool. All right. Let's put the canopy on because it's going to be way harder to do. Whoa. It's going to be way harder to do this when the when it's on the base. So, okay. So this goes like that. Whoa. Ah. Oh, man. Wow. Super hot tea has glued my fingers together. Ow. Ooh. And I did that really, really well. Yep. Those are, oh my gosh. Oh, man. Wow. Yep. I really, really got it. Oh, I gotta be right back. I gotta run this under hot water. 1 sec. All right. So yeah, that stuff is the business, man. Yeah, is not messing around. I just like hard fused my fingers together, trying to get this thing together. Oh man, this canopy is bad news. I see how it goes. Oh man, I just did it again. Still glue on there on that arm. And it's got like my whole fingerprint on it. Wow. Yeah. But yeah, I better do this now before, I mean, this is only going to get harder once but I should, you know what? I'm going to switch because this is going to I'm going to end up gluing my eyelids or something terrible. So I need a little more control. So I'm going to switch my glue to if I can find the other glue that I'm using. Where'd it go? Gotta be up here. You know, my desk is super clean right now and I still can't find anything on it. It's really, really kind of sad. I see it nowhere, which means it should be here. But yeah, if you ever were questioning the strength of that super hot stuff, there you go. Like that wasn't even, I didn't even really make a whole lot of contact with it. And that thing fused my fingers together. And I have no idea why I can't find my other glue. All right, new plan. So I'm gonna have to use this glue, which I do not like. I want to use my Loctite stuff, my Loctite gel, a little bit better for the job than this. But this is medium consistency. Hopefully this should do the trick. And hopefully it won't fuse my fingers together, right? And I can't seem to find anything I need on this table. Really, really frustrating right now. So when you haven't used glue for a while, sometimes you gotta, repoke the hole. To your right. Thank you. Okay. So I'm gonna use standard glue to put the canopy on and hope it's good enough, which it should be. Standard super glue for a piece this flimsy should be okay. So I'm just going to hold that in place. So yeah, other than the loader being bad, kind of a bad assembly because of the canopy, not too bad. Did you really see the Loctite gel? Gorilla Gel and regular Gorilla Glue. I have Loctite gel up here. Oh, hey, I found it. Good. This'll help. Yeah, I need the Loctite gel because I need these little rubbery pieces to stick together. All right. That was nice. Okay, so that worked about as well as I could expect. Okay, so now I'm gonna do what I've been trying to do for the last 15 minutes or so and stick the loader back on. And once again, just kind of giving it a little bit of pressure so it sinks in. That's going to be especially critical for this guy, Skippy Maloo here guy. There we go. All right. No. Oh, okay. You were actually right, though. To my right was correct. I looked to my right. It was next to my laminator. And so yes, even though you might have just been joking around, that is correct. All right, so Colonial Marine. So I'm feeling pretty good about this stuff, about this set. This should be good. Again, I think the Marines and the Weyland-Yutani, which are the ugliest pieces, if you ask me, they're gonna take the longest. The coolest pieces are gonna go quick. I have half a mind to do the Marines first, because I typically, when I paint big jobs like this, I'll paint from least favorite to most favorite. So I may start with the pieces I like the least, which are the people. Ironically, most other games, especially board games that I have painted, the people have been my favorite of the pieces. But this is Alien versus Predator, so obviously the xenomorphs are cooler looking. There we go. But yeah, these are, whoa, sorry about the knocking the camera around a little bit. It's all right. I give myself permission to screw up a little bit. There we go. And then this should be the last of the people. And then we're going to go straight to gluing aliens. Okay. And now, oh wait, no, I got one more smart gunner. So I'll glue him on. So yeah, I'm going to do these in batches. I'm going to do the aliens in one batch, except for the biggest aliens. Whoa! I'm going to do those two big ones will be a batch on their own, but like pretty much all the aliens you see here will be one batch, and that includes the predaliens because I want those to look somewhat uniform. I am considering doing slightly different tints based on the type of the alien, because that might be a thing. Like that might be kind of cool. So we are starting to get this down. But yeah, I'm way happy. I went ahead and based. This was not actually part of the officially quoted job, but I told him I wanted to base because it just wouldn't look as cool if I didn't. Also, and I'm being honest with you, basing helps you get away with a less clean paint style. So if your paint style isn't 100% like on the mark clean, which a lot of my stuff is not, this will help. Oh wow, this guy's basically on all fours. Not sure how I'm gonna do that. More like that, I suppose. And then I got a whole bunch of ones that are just kind of standing. Now, if he ever says, I want these off those bases, we're kind of screwed. because of the glue I used. Like this glue is no joke, dude. This is, yeah. I can see why you use this for night miniatures, because, dude, this glue is no joke. I can't believe that. Like, look at that. All that skin is over here. Stamping bases is a must. I'm currently basing in cork, and it's crappy, but so easy. Yeah, I do not disparage using cork. I use cork for a lot of cool basing stuff. Like I was saying before, like when I paint that Rasputina set, I might do cork bases just because that will allow me to do 3-dimensional snow. You know, I'll be able to put snow on using the cork as kind of like a slate rock or something. You can have snow spilling over as opposed to using my forest floor base. So cork basing is awesome. By the way, Dan, are you part of the Relic Knights Facebook group? Just want to know because it'd be cool to see some of your work in progress on that Facebook group. and I'm embarrassed to ask because I should know who is in that group, but I don't know. There are like some regular posters in that group, and then there are, then there are a lot of like, hey, I'm selling my faction posts on that group. That part of it makes me a little bit sad, but then also kind of cool because then, the people that are just getting into it can get Relic Knights for like nothing. Like I like that. You can get arcade. Like I don't particularly like the Restic kits with some exceptions. Like the no stuff in Restic looks fantastic. But some of the human size stuff doesn't look that great in plastic. Oh, cool! You just joined. Good. I will post there when I have activity related to RK. It's been a couple of weeks though since I've really done anything RK related. I paint. I try to keep up with my RK collection, and actually I do a pretty good job of that. Like I got a lot of the new resin stuff. It's just it's gorgeous. I want to actually paint more of it, so I picked up some more Vipers because I want to. Not that I really play much Black Diamond, but when I do, I don't want to play the standard, one shot with Sophia and dragons and Suspect 7. Like that's like everyone plays that one Black Diamond list unless they're super experienced. Like some of the super competitive guys will run Magnus because Magnus is amazing. So like if you're talking to like a veteran RK guy and he's running Magnus, like don't think that he's going easy on you because he's not. Magnus is no joke. But then again, neither is one shot. A lot of people go in for what's his name, Codebreaker. Me and some the veteran guys just don't think he's that great. Like he's good, but we think compared to one shot and Magnus, like they kind of outclass him. I do believe that those are better knights. Oh man. So I don't have the luxury of pressing this guy down. Mine is all plastic and was pre-built when I got it. Wish it wasn't. Yeah. I even tell people for commissions, like, don't build your stuff. Let me build your stuff for reasons like this. Like tonight was an extremely lucky night. We had one. Tori wants to be added to the Relic Knights group. Let's do that. Like we had one minor mishap, with the gun tripod that the client even warned me about. But other than that, it wasn't a big deal. Like when we're talking about guys that glue the metal slot bases in, and you have to tear the metal slot apart. And especially if it's a model that's like on its tiptoe, like night models. A lot of night models are Guild Ball models. I mean, that really destroys the job. Like I had a Guild Ball commission. Oh, for fish. Oh no. Yeah, I had a Guild Ball commission for fish, and the guy had put his pieces together, and I had to, like, he was like, "Do I get a discount?" And I'm like, I had to explain to him, like, no, this is actually harder for me to do my job because, and I understand, like, especially when you're excited about a game, a lot of times people don't want to paint their stuff and they don't want to wait to paint it. They're just going to put it together and start playing it that night. I get that. But the downside to that is when you do like, oh, I'm going to pay someone to paint it, you just made it harder for the commission painter to kind of get in there and base the way they want to base. So especially, but yeah, the worst thing you can do would be to slam that metal slot in the base and then glue it down like that. Like that is really kind of asking for it. I'd rather paint in pieces and assemble later. You know, I used to do that when I was doing GW stuff. I used to do a lot of that, like just put the, prime the sprue and do a bunch of painting on the sprue, put it together, and then finish painting it. And that works that works okay for, especially for hard plastic GW kits, like the larger stuff like vehicles. That can work pretty well for. So yeah, I totally see that. Okay. So if you're new to arcade, Dan, I'm assuming you've played some miniature games before. What were you playing before? Like, where are you coming from? Or maybe you came from RPGs, maybe even D&D or card games. Like, where were you before Relic Knights, I should say? Were you playing another miniatures game? If so, what was it? Must be painted to play. It's my #1 rule. Well, you're on the right channel. That's been our rule. And when I say our, my brother and myself, we started miniature gaming together, and ever since we first started playing back in 1990, I want to say, we painted all our stuff before we put it on the table. In fact, we thought that you had to, right? We played, we played 40K back then, and like the first couple of years, we played exclusively in our parents' garage and in the tool shed, and we only, it was just us and our friends, and we all fielded painted stuff. So when we went when we went out into the rest of the world and played at a hobby store, and they broke out, these guys and would play them like that, we were like, wait, you can do that? Like, that's a thing? We didn't even realize. So you came from Batman and Marvel. Is that, now, I don't think that's the first game you've played though, right? But that was your primary system, was the Batman DCU MCU games? Oh, HeroClix in 4th edition. Yeah. So you got into miniature gaming, seems like maybe late 90s, early 2000s, based on 4th edition 40K. Yeah. I did like 4th edition 40K. There was some clearly broken stuff in 4th edition 40K, but it was a fun game. I did like that. Yeah, I've played, I want to say maybe 6 or 8 Batman games. And I'll be honest with you, I kind of like the Batman game. I think if, it really helps to be a fan of the universe, then that game really, really comes into its own. Thematically, it's so good with keeping theme and trying to incorporate that into theme and fluff into the core mechanics, which is good. But I painted a which is essentially a Shiva crew. I painted a League of Shadows crew, but it was, trying to go all female. So Shiva and her crew, and then, Alyssa and Talia, and then Catwoman, and then just for fun, I threw Catman into that crew. So if you ever do like 350, you can put Catman in that crew. Otherwise, you're just going to be playing, pretty much all female crew. So I played them. Well, I actually haven't played that crew yet. I painted it about a month and a half ago. Haven't played it. Most of my Batman experience is playing Court of Owls. that's where I started. I really like Court of Owls, so I started there, and then and I did put together like a kind of a makeshift Birds of Prey list. So played that, and so our Batman experiences are pretty limited. We just kind of played small points and never got too deep into the game. And you know, it just kind of, yeah, it's interesting. We kind of bounced around a bit. We do that a lot, like the gaming group that I'm a part of. We play a lot of different games. So, but yeah, Batman is on the menu for us. It's been a while since we played it. I'm actually waiting to get a gaming table for this room so that we can stream it. And then I have some really nice like Knights of Dice buildings here. So once my gaming table gets here, I can break out the really fine, the really nice terrain and get to work here. Riddler Crew. Yeah, Riddler Crew looks amazing. Like the miniatures look great. I'm not as interested in the you know, the heroes. I like the bad guys. I was also playing the League of Shadows, that base set, because Raish is just ridiculous. The decapitate rule is ridiculous in that set. So I was playing that for a while. I sold that crew off. I sold off most of my heroes. But yeah, these days, all I've really kept is a Court of Owls and that Shiva crew. And then I have like some hodgepodge Batman pieces. So I have Arkham Origins Batman, I have Adam West, and animated series Batman, and then a few other pieces kind of floating around that. Yeah, Tori's frowning. We bounce a lot. We play a lot of games. I would say our main games are Relic Knights and Guild Ball. That's what we play the most of. I'm currently in a, like, I think I've eaten too many member berries from Malifaux, so you know, Malifaux is kind of regaining my interest after 3 years of not playing the game and kind of swearing it off. But you know, if you were to pin me down and really kind of make me pick two games, it's gonna be Guild Ball and RK. But yeah, we play so many different games. I would say I don't know if you've watched Gorilla Miniatures. I love that channel. I love Gorilla Miniatures because basically what Ash has been able to do, and I have to give him credit. Like I normally don't like the big channels because I don't think the big channels really cover miniature gaming in a comprehensive sense. A lot of times it's just sort of topical stuff, or big games, like they'll cover, you know, the GW games, but they won't cover the other games. But if you watch Gorilla Miniatures, that guy Ash, he plays more games than I do, and he paints at least as much as I do. He paints at least as much as I do. So he in his yearly summary, he painted 500 and something miniatures, and that's a crazy amount. And the last time I physically counted the number of miniatures I painted, it's about it's a little over 500 miniatures as well. So, and I don't think he does commission work. I think he just painted 500 miniatures for his channel with all the different systems he plays. And he plays deep systems. I'm talking, you know, like Infinity, Malifaux. He plays Guild Ball. But if we're talking like deep miniature ranges, Infinity and Malifaux are big. He plays a lot of skirmish games. But he even plays like Rogue Stars. Like, dude, break out that is so awesome, just to break out those like lesser known games. You know, I thought I was awesome for playing Dead Man's Hand on this channel, and Frostgrave and Arena Rex and all those games. Actually, I should tell Ash that he should play Arena Rex. That's a great game for him to cover. Would love to see, and he's a good painter too. Like, so what I'm saying basically, I'm basically kissing this dude's ass, but what I'm saying is essentially he did what I set out to do at one point. Like I Play It Painted, the channel set out to do that. Like we wanted to cover a bunch of indie games, but no matter what we were playing, I wanted to paint miniatures for it. That way, when I'm talking about the game, I can actually describe the process of building and painting the miniatures as well. So it's a much more comprehensive way to examine miniature games. And I think it's way more important because that is the big aspect of miniature games. It's different than board games, is that there's a significant hobby element involved in it. And so you're not going to play a miniatures game that you don't like the look of the miniatures, that you don't like to paint the miniatures for, and you don't like to build the miniatures. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously there are gamers that will just, they'll glue stuff together and put it on the board and play it. But I'm talking about people like me that maybe really enjoy both aspects of hobby and game. Hobby is at least as important as the game mechanics. So take this game, for example. I know nothing about the game mechanics, but, based on the quality of the miniatures and my experience so far, basing them, putting them together, like it's getting a good grade so far. We'll find out, like the final grade though will be when we paint these and then play them, like how was it a good experience for me. I'll have a strong opinion of the game once I'm done painting all this stuff, and then I'll have a complete opinion of the game when we actually sit down and play it. So but yeah, that's, if you're not watching Guerrilla Miniatures and you like the kind of stuff that I attempt to do on this channel, you should definitely watch that channel. The only thing I would say that we do different here is, the live streaming. They don't, Ash doesn't live stream painting. And we kind of, like, I kind of wish I did more of what he does on his channel, which is record games and then go back and edit them, do a good job, put together a quality video out of it. I do the exact opposite. I turn the camera on, and what we work on is what we work on, and the topics are whatever I'm talking about and whatever you guys are talking about in chat, and whatever anybody who wants to hop on the feed here, whatever they want to talk about, we end up talking about that as well. So this show is a lot. This channel is a lot more raw. If you look at my earlier content, and I do that from time to time because, I don't know, maybe I'm an egomaniac, but I also like to kind of see like where I was coming from. I look at my early content, particularly the first edition Malifaux content, and yeah, the video quality, the audio quality, that's all really poor. It's not very good, but the information in those videos is pretty good. Like for its time, when nobody was really talking about Malifaux, for their time, those older videos had fairly good information in them. So I like those, but obviously the ideal would be get the production quality up, and do proper videos. Let's see. OnePlus Productions, Canhammer are our local guys here that do YouTube bat reps. Nice. I should check those out. OnePlus Productions and Canhammer. Solo demo games. For now, I am a builder and painter as a hobby. I do play 40K times as well. Sometimes, sometimes Tori comes out and games with us, which is awesome. It's for me, with my second baby that just got here, it's more difficult for me to leave the house to game. So I'm hoping that I can still get out once in a while, but we may end up doing some streams from here. That's kind of where like putting the table together. Not that I do have a gaming table here, but I want the fancy one when we do it. So anyway, it is super late. I don't even know. Can I get a wide? Yeah, I can, because I can totally move this camera. Awesome. Okay, so here we go. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. I can't count. it's 30 something. 30 something pieces here, but you can see really cool looking miniatures, nice basing. Now that we have basing on them, I feel a lot better about painting these up. So we're gonna get to work at that on this at some point. But anyways, that's gonna do it for this video. Thanks guys for watching. Really like the conversation tonight. I'll turn the camera on again whenever my babies are sleeping and I can do some more painting. All right, so thanks for watching everybody. Have a good night and we'll catch you on the next one.